Have you ever heard of like the rat park example of how they've always tested the addictive properties of like heroin based off of a rat in a cage with 2 water bottles diluted with heroin and 1 normal water. So then the rat would go back 80% of the time to the heroin. So they're like, this is highly addictive. And then in 73, this professor came along and was like, why the fuck are we testing a rat alone in a cage? So they made like Rat Park. So it was like this huge park where it could fuck other girls. There was guys that it could wrestle with. There was wheels it could spin on, great food it can eat. And it switched and it only went back to the water bottle 20% of the time. Because if heroin and everything else and opiates in general were as addictive as we say that they were, then your grandma and everyone, literally way more people than already are a ton of people addicted, would be addicted. So it's like the loss of community. I think in 2015 there was a huge study on like 15,000 people in America that asked, like, in a time of great need or like sorrow, how many close friends do you have that you could call and talk to on the phone about it? And the most common answer was 0. And then we wonder why depression and anxiety is such a big issue when you're crammed in with more people than there's ever been in the world ever before, but no one fucking knows their neighbor or talks to each other or has any community. And it there's some close friends that like when I've gone through, like, the scar on the back of my head has put me through a lot. So like I've gone through heavy bouts of depression, and I have best friends that I would love to call and talk to about it. But then they make comments like, yeah, but what do you have to be depressed about? And it's like, okay, to he who knows, no explanation is needed, and to he who doesn't, none will suffice. And it's more about, is your community and the rest of your quality of life structured correctly so that while the world is falling down, you have a reason to stick around and not just go back into oblivion and fucking numb out. And if you don't have good relationships and you're not active, then you're just going to keep going back.
And you're